Good day everyone, I am Arjun A. Mahinay, taking up Bachelor of Secondary Education major in English. Today I'm going to discuss about the dynamic model of curriculum development. So the dynamic models of curriculum development describe how curriculum workers develop curricula in the various educational contexts. So, the dynamic curriculum development models are usually used in school-based settings. So, when we say dynamic, it is the basic tenet of the dynamic or interactional models of curriculum development. So, this curriculum development is a process which can begin with any curriculum element by Print 1989 and Brady 1990. So, the Walker's model of curriculum development is created by Dicker Walkers or developed by Dicker Walker of 1971. So, in the dynamic models, curriculum is not considered as linear or sequenced because it can start with any element and proceed in any order. So the curriculum elements are seen as flexible, interactive, and modifiable in this model. And now let's proceed to Walker's model of curriculum development. So Decker-Walker developed a model for curriculum development and first published in 1971. So Walker contended that curriculum developers do not follow the prescriptive approach of the rational linear sequence of curriculum elements. When they developed curricula of Walker 1971 and Marsh and Willis of 2007 and Print of 1993. So in his model, Walker was particularly interested on how curriculum workers actually do their task in curriculum development, and Walker was able to identify three phases which he termed for platform, deliberation, and design. So the dynamic model of curriculum advocated by Walker of 1972 or 1971, Skelberg 1976, Stenhouse of 1975, it says that process of curriculum development as dynamic is in nature, changes can be initiated from any point in the process, unlike the objectives model where the beginning is always the setting of objectives. And now I have here a picture of Walker's model for curriculum development, and his model has three phases, which is the platform, deliberation, and curriculum design. So we will tackle first the platform phase. So Walker suggested that curriculum workers bring with them their individual beliefs, knowledge, and values. So they have their own ideas about how to do their task, and they are prepared to discuss and argue about them. So the first phase is similar to the idea of Print 1993 of curriculum presage. So next is the deliberation phase. On the other hand, it involves identifying which facts are needed for means and ends, generating alternatives, and considering the consequences of these alternatives. So this phase is also used in weighing alternative costs and consequences and choosing the best alternative for the curriculum task they are about to do. So the deliberation phase is used to identify which facts are needed for means and ends. So again, it is used in weighing alternative costs and consequences and choosing the best alternative for the curriculum task that they are about to do. And now we have the last one, which is the curriculum design. So it involves planning, decision making, and the actual development of the curriculum. So this phase is the planning period when instructors organize the instructional units for their course. So the three phases of Walker's model are the platform phase, the deliberation phase, and the design phase. So in the platform phase, platform statements made up of ideas, preferences, points of view, beliefs, and values that are held by curriculum developers that are recognized. So when the curriculum developers start to discuss on the basis of the recognized platform statements, this is the second stage of deliberation, which is a complex, so randomized set of interactions that eventually achieves an enormous amount of background work before the actual curriculum is designed by Print 1989. In the final phase, which Walker calls the design stage, so curriculum developers make decision about the various components or elements of the curriculum. And now we have here the role of Walker's interactive model of curriculum development. So the strengths of dynamic or interactional models include the following. So the first is, it is claimed by proponents of these models that they are the realistic way of handling curriculum development. Second is by avoiding the obsession with writing objectives and indeed behavioral objectives, at that developers are free to be more creative by print of 1989. So the model allows the developer to change the order of planning to move to and from among the curriculum elements by Brady of 1990. So the third one is, another strength of the model is its flexibility when the development task is approached. So the flexibility arises from the suggestion that developers may begin at any point in the curriculum process that is appropriate to their needs. So this is by Print of 1989. And now we have here the weaknesses of the dynamic models of curriculum development, and it includes the following. So first is, dynamic models appear confusing and lacking in direction. So according to Brady of 1990, states that the model is not systematic in the way that the objective model is. It has no fixed direction or sequence. So critics feel that changing direction at will during the process of curriculum development may be reflected in a piecemeal finished product. So in this vein, according to Print of 1989, contends that some dynamic models offer so little direction that developers are left perplexed as to what to do. The next is the downplaying objectives in the dynamic model has been seen as its other weakness. According to Print of 1989, a question that is often asked by opponents of the interaction model is, how do you know where you are going if you pose few or no objectives? So if objectives provide guidance and direction, the argument goes, then they must be stated in order to be effective. So according to Brady of 1990, points out that the possible danger of not stating objectives, first is that they may simply be accommodated to the content specification and thereby be decorative or contrived as an afterthought. So Walker's model is a dynamic and descriptive model. It reflects the realities of how curriculum workers plan and develop a curriculum, and also it recognizes the role and influence of curriculum workers in any curriculum development task.